Let's start today's video with a short story. And story is blind leading blind. This is what is happening in immigration today. People are asking their fellow workers, their colleagues, their friends, their relatives, or the TikTok guys. None of them are qualified for providing immigration advice. So this is what is happening exactly in immigration, blind leading blind. Hello friends, this is Bhatia from Sukhmani Immigration Services, Brampton, Canada. I'm a regulated and licensed Canadian immigration consultant. Today's video is very special because today I'm going to share with you not one, not two, not three, not four, four PNP draws. 4 PNP draws happened recently, and these 4 PNP draws are done by 2 provinces. So I will share all this information with you, but before that, a small request: if you are new to the channels and not subscribed to the channel so far, please consider subscribing. We talk a lot about Canadian immigration news, update, tips and tricks on this channel. If you like the video, please share it with your family and friends so that they can also benefit. So without further delay, let's get started on this very important video, which is about PNP draws by 2 provinces, Ontario and BC. So you know what, that I am in Ontario, so I will always start with Ontario. And Ontario has done 3 PNP draws in 2 days. And that is why I call Ontario engine of immigration. So out of these 3 PNP draws, 2 are skilled trade draws. They have done consecutive skilled trade draws. 2 skilled trade draws in 2 days. So let us look at the draws. But before that, let me explain you the categories where the skilled trade comes. So OINP basically is divided into 3 categories. The first one is the express entry category or express entry linked. The second one is expression of interest, and the third one is entrepreneur category. So express entry linked, under this category there are further subcategories, and this category, express entry linked, there is human capital, which has a famous tech draw also. Then there is the one which we are going to talk about is Ontario skilled trade. There is also a French speaking skilled worker, but we are not going to talk about it today. So the one which we are going to talk is Ontario skilled trade. For Ontario skilled trade, you need to have a profile in federal express entry. It is mandatory, it is must. If you do not have a profile in federal express entry, you cannot make a skilled trade draw. You can only get a skilled trade notification of interest if you have a profile in federal express entry. So with this information, let us now look at the draw. So draw happened 2 consecutive days, 9th February and 10th February. 9th February there were 510 people called, and 10th February 466 people were called. So let us look at the analysis. So as I said, 2 days consecutive skilled trade draw happened, and these draws, there are 976 people total called. The CRS score was 481, between 481 to 489, and the profiles were created 9/10/2022 to 9/10/2023. So this is the profile. It could be 9th February or 10th February 2022 because it goes one back year. So this is the basic information about the skilled trade draw. Now with that, let's look at the total number of people who are called under skilled trade in 2023. In skilled trade only, just look at this category, only skilled trade, more than 2,000 people are called. 2,228 people are called. And if you are not getting the nomination, there is something wrong. Then it is the same thing, blind leading blind. You are asking wrong people. So 228 2,228 people are called in skilled trade. And now let us look at the tier codes. Huge list under this category, huge list of people are there. So under this you have, electricians, plumbers, all these are anybody who is doing work with hands. Like you have construction people, you have aircraft mechanics, you have electrical mechanics, crane operators, tile setters, roofers, all this. This is a massive and huge category. So you can easily get a PR provided you are going to a right person. So with that information, let's move on to the second category. So Ontario also has done another draw which is under the employer job offer category. Now again, to explain you employer job offer category, let's quickly look into the PNP categories, Ontario PNP categories. This category comes under expression of interest. Now under expression of interest, there are two broad categories, graduate stream and employer job offer. Graduate stream we are not going to talk about today. It has masters and PhD. So under employer job offer we are going to have three categories: foreign worker stream, international student stream, and then in-demand skills. This is foreign worker stream. Foreign worker stream, and under the foreign worker stream this draw was done on 10th February. Total 304 people were called, and look at the number, the score range 30 and above. And believe me, 30 is not difficult to get. You can very easily achieve 30, but provided you apply. Okay, now look at the draw information. The draw happened on 10th February. 304 people were called and the score was 30 and above. And this is not CRS. People get confused. I repeatedly say this is expression of interest. This is not CRS. This is Ontario's own matrix. And you can very easily get 30 points. You get 10 points for just for your being on the work permit. You have to do nothing. For working, you get another 10 points probably if you are working outside GTA. If you are working in GTA also, then you also get points. So with IELTS you get points. So it's very easy to get 30 points. So that's about the draw. Now let us look at the snapshot so far. So if you look at the snapshot, you will see in January also they conducted the draw and total 915 people are called. So you look at the comparison. In January the score was 53 and above. Now it is 30 and above. So somebody who has a 30 score can easily get the PR provided they apply. Okay, now moving on to BC, and BC has done the first draw for the month of February. BC conducts draw every Tuesday. So in January there were 5 Tuesdays, so 5 draws. Now in February they have conducted the draw on the first Tuesday, and now let's look at the draw. Draw happened on 7th February and BC conducts draw always in two categories. So two parts. So first part is a general draw, and that's the information right in front of you. Then BC also conducts a targeted draw. Under the targeted draw, information is right in front of you. Sometimes difficult to read, so the analysis is also here. And if you look at the analysis, 245 people are called. Draw 1, general category, 207 people were called out of 245. 38 people were invited under the targeted category. This time only two areas they targeted. One is ECE, early childhood educator, where they have called 25 people, and the other area is healthcare workers, where they have called 13 people. So that is the total information about the draw. Now let's look at the snapshot so far. So snapshot so far from date to date looks like this. The last draw, which we said is February 7th, and 245 people were called. total 1,352 people are called by BC, British Columbia. So again, as I always say, each person's profile is different, their goals are different. If you want to discuss your own profile with us, you can book an appointment and discuss the same. Our office is located in Brampton. Address, email ID, phone numbers. Everything is shared right here with you. And very important thing, if you have still not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. Our team puts lots of effort to bring all this information to you. Thank you very much for watching the video. Thanks.